Hello people! Welcome back to a new video in Grammar for Everybody. In today's video, we will continue talking about conjunctions, but we will study subordinating conjunctions. So let's start. Okay. First of all, let's talk about what a conjunction is. A conjunction is a word or words that are used to connect two different clauses or sentences together. Words like although, because, when are conjunctions, and they are used to connect two sentences. In addition, another important information that we must know when studying subordinating conjunctions is subordinating clauses. A subordinating clause is a part of a sentence that adds additional information to the main idea or the main clause. And finally, the last term that we must know about is subordinating conjunctions. A subordinating conjunction is a word that joins the subordinating clause to another clause. So here we have an example. He was annoyed the train had stopped. We can see here that there are two different clauses or sentences. He was annoyed is the first one and the train had stopped is the second one. But this construction doesn't make sense. It doesn't transmit a complete idea or thought. So that is why we need a conjunction, because a conjunction joins two different clauses or sentences in order to create one that is really meaningful. So let's see the next sentence. He was annoyed because the train had stopped. You can see here that we are using the conjunction because to join he was annoyed and the train had stopped. So now this sentence has a different meaning. The reason why he was annoyed is because the train had stopped. So now we can understand easily this sentence. So here we have another example. I am hungry, I didn't have breakfast. You can see here that there are two different clauses. I am hungry is the main clause, and I didn't have breakfast is the subordinating clause. So we need a conjunction to join these two clauses. So let's see the next sentence. I am hungry because I didn't have breakfast. You can see here that we are using the subordinating conjunction because, as we are adding more information to the main clause. This is the main clause, I am hungry, and this is the extra information that we are adding because I didn't have breakfast. Now that we have seen how these subordinating conjunctions work, let's see some types of subordinating conjunctions. The first type is subordinating conjunctions of cost. In this type, we use subordinators like as, because, and since. And here we have some examples. The first one says, as Mario knows the truth, you can ask him. Here we have the subordinator or subordinating conjunction as. Then we have the subordinating clause. Mario knows the truth. And finally, we have the main clause. You can ask him. Then in the next example, she is grounded because she did not do the chores. First we have the main clause. She is grounded. Then we have the subordinator because. And finally, we have the subordinating clause. She did not do the chores. This is the extra information we are adding to the main clause. And in this example, the extra information we are adding is as Mario knows the truth. The next type is subordinating conjunctions of time. In here, we use subordinators like since, as, and when. And here we have two examples. The first one says, since she accepted to be part of our team, she has been of great help. we are using the subordinator since at the beginning of the sentence. Then we have the subordinating clause. She accepted to be part of our team. And finally, we have the main clause. She has been of great help. Then in the next example, he answered the phone as soon as it started ringing. We are using as soon as the subordinator. But first we have he answered the phone as the main clause. And then we have it started ringing. This is the subordinating clause. Now, the third type of subordinating conjunctions is subordinating conjunctions of place. In this type, we use conjunctions like where and wherever. And here we have two examples. The first one says, wherever you go, I will be with you. We are using here the subordinator wherever at the beginning of the sentence. Then we have the subordinating clause, you go. And finally we have I will be with you, that is the main clause of the sentence. Then in the next example, I saw distraction wherever I looked. We are using the subordinator wherever in the middle of the sentence. But first we have the main clause, I saw distraction. And finally we have the subordinating clause, I looked. The next type of these conjunctions is subordinating conjunctions of contrast. In here we use subordinators like even though, although, and though. So here we have two examples. The first one says, he competes in every race even though he never wins. In here we are using even though in the middle of the sentence. First we have he competes in every race as the main clause. And finally we have he never wins as the subordinating clause. Then in the next example, though Norma hates spinach, she forces herself to eat them. In here we are using though as the subordinator at the beginning of the sentence. Then we have Norma hates spinach. This is the subordinating clause. And finally we have she forces herself to eat them. And this is the main clause. The next type of subordinating conjunctions is subordinating conjunctions of condition. Unless, if, and in case that are subordinators that we use in this type. Example number 1 says, you can wear that skirt if you want. We are using the subordinator if in the middle of the sentence to indicate a condition. First we have you can wear that skirt as the main clause. And finally we have you want as the subordinating clause. And in the next example, in case that you have forgotten, we have a meeting tomorrow morning. In case that is the subordinator we are using at the beginning of the sentence. Then we have the subordinating clause, you have forgotten. And the main clause is we have a meeting tomorrow morning. The next type of subordinating conjunctions are conjunctions of manner. In here we use subordinators like as if and as though. The first example says, the subject looks as if it's going to be easy. We are using as if as the subordinator to join the subject looks and it's going to be easy. Then in the next example, he speaks as if he has a hot potato in his mouth. Here we are using also as if as the subordinator of the sentence. And the last type of subordinating conjunctions that we will study today is subordinating conjunctions of purpose. In here we use subordinators like in order that and so that. So the first example says, in order that she has a chance to go to Russia, the university will expedite her graduation. In here we are using the subordinator in order that at the beginning of the sentence. Then we have the subordinating clause. She has a chance to go to Russia. And finally, we have the main clause. The university will expedite her graduation. And then in the next example, Alex has started a new business so that he can afford a new car. We are using the subordinator so that in the middle of the sentence to join these two clauses. The main clause is Alex has started a new business, and the subordinating clause is he can afford a new car. So people, here we finish with this video, and I hope that you can learn how to use subordinating conjunctions. Remember that we will continue talking about conjunctions in future videos. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.